And welcome back to Wave Country. I'm Maira Ansari in for Dawn today. So the University of Louisville, Kentucky Author Forum announced that they're having an upcoming event. And Evie Claire, co-producer of the University of Louisville, Kentucky Author Forum, is here. And we also have an author, best-selling writer, journalist, filmmaker, Sabastian Junger, on Zoom with us today. Evie, tell us about your event.
Well, it's going to be on Monday, February the 3rd. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the interview begins at 6. It's an hour long, and then there's a question and answer session after that, so folks will be able to talk to the author and interviewer and ask them their own questions.
How do you all pick out the author that you want to feature? What's the whole process like, and why do you open that up to folks in the community?
Well, we try to pick from a wide genre of different kinds of books. We feature philosophy, science, politics, history, memoir, so that there's a good variety for folks to cherry pick, or they can come to the whole season and learn something new.
So how did you all choose Sebastian's work?
Well, he's an old favorite. He came in 2016 with his book Tribe, and when we read about this one upcoming and what it was about, his near-fatal medical emergency, we were quick to call him and say, hey, come back.
Come back. Come back. So Sebastian, tell us about the book that you're going to be talking to folks about.
Yeah, so my last book, which is what I'll be presenting, is called In My Time of Dying, How I Came Face to Face with the Idea of an Afterlife. Now, I'm a lifelong atheist. My father was a physicist and an atheist, and I was a war reporter for a long time. I had many near misses. I finally got out of that business. I got married. I had 2 children. I was living a very safe and beautiful life. And in mid-sentence, one afternoon a few years ago, in mid-sentence, I felt a pain in my abdomen, and it was an artery rupturing from an undiagnosed aneurysm in my pancreatic arteries. Super rare, very random, and I was losing a pint of blood every 10 or 15 minutes, and you can lose about 5 or 6 pints of blood before you die, and I was 1 hour from the nearest hospital. So you can do the math. I mean, it was a real squeaker, and as I was dying at the hospital, they finally got me to the trauma bay, and as I was passing, my dead father appeared above me to welcome me and comfort me. And I said I was shocked to see him. I had no idea I was dying. I was shocked and horrified. And I said to the doctor, whatever you're doing, you got to hurry, because I'm leaving right now. I'm going. And I knew I wasn't coming back.
So that experience was extremely real for you and so personal. To share it in a book, why did you want to do that?
Well, I'm an author, and I write about things that interest me or puzzle me, and for a long time I wrote about war, or I made documentaries about war. My first book was called The Perfect Storm, about a tragedy at sea, and so I'm drawn to things where there's some mystery and a compelling sort of human reason to understand things, and death is the ultimate mystery, and the experience did not turn me. I'm still an atheist, but it did open up huge questions in my mind about whether we understand anything at all about reality, about life, about death, about the universe. And I wind up, there's some very, very powerful conversations in the realm of quantum physics about all of this, and whether our supposed sort of ending when we die, is it really an ending, or is it a transformation to something else at the quantum level? And it's a very, very profound question.
So folks, read the book before you go to the event, so this is a great chance to ask Sebastian questions, right?
Right.
What did you take away from the book? What have folks been saying about the book that have really caught your attention?
Well, it has wonderful reviews on Amazon. I personally loved it. I love philosophy, and I like that he touches a little bit on philosophy and also keeps it kind of medical and journalistic. I think it'll appeal to a wide variety of folks. It's a pretty big topic that we're all, forced to face.
So this is taking place when? February 3rd?
February 3rd. It's a Monday night.
Okay. So you still have some time to grab the book and read it?
Yes, and it's a short book, so it's digestible before that.
Okay. Tell us some details about the event coming up.
So it's $35 for the interview ticket. There is also a special dinner afterwards that will Sebastian and Rachel Martin, his interviewer, will attend. Those tickets will be available for the rest of the week. I think we cut off at the end of the week because we have to tell our caterer who's coming. But it's another opportunity after the event to continue the conversation.
Sebastian, what do you want people to take away from the event when you take part in it?
Well, what I learned from almost dying is how precious life is, and not just in its grand sweep, in its unfolding of the years and your accomplishments, but in its very moments. And some people attend to that preciousness through God, which is wonderful. But you could actually go there just as a person in the moment and sort of understand how miraculous and incredibly lucky we are to be experiencing this thing called life. It's sort of mind-blowing if you stop long enough to think about it.
All right. Where can folks get your book, Sebastian?
Oh, you can get my book obviously on Amazon, but I would also suggest your local independent bookstore. That, as an author, that's by far my preference. Barnes & Noble, of course, as well, if there's one near you. Any bookstore, or my website, SebastianJunger.com. It's Junger, Junger, SebastianJunger.com.
All right, so folks can read the book, ask questions of Sebastian, meet other folks, and brainstorm about the book.
Yes, and I should mention that Carmichael's bookstore, Louisville's best independent bookstore, will be there, and the books will be for sale right at the event.
Okay, so check out the book, and you all have upcoming events, so it's a series sort of thing.
Yes, and we're going to announce our next author on the night of Sebastian's forum. It's a secret for now, but anyone who comes to the forum on the 3rd will have early access to those tickets.
If you haven't read the book and you want to still attend, you can still do that.
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of people come without having read the book, and then they get inspired and excited about it and buy the book before or after the event. Okay,
so again, just give us the details of when it's taking place on Monday, February 3rd. Tell us about it.
Yes, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The question and answer is from 7 to 7:30, and then there's a dinner afterwards over at the Muhammad Ali Center.
All right, Sebastian, anything that I didn't ask you that you want folks to know about the book, and you're coming over here and talking to us about your book?
No, I'm thrilled to see people, and even though I don't go to church every Sunday myself, I'm very interested in people who do, and I'm interested in all people, and I'm really completely neutral about everything. So don't be scared. Please come and have a conversation with me about these important topics.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks so much for talking about the event.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.